welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at 10 legend teams for the Open Great League. Those are going to be of course top teams that you can run for the upcoming, I think 2 weeks you're going to have Great League. Now, I think we're actually going to have a Great League format every single day of the rest of the season, which is really cool for you to climb, which is especially in the last weeks of the season very important. It is easiest to climb the longer season goes on. And so, today we're going to take a look at 10 legend teams. I am not legend yet, but I'm most likely going to be legend this week, hopefully, if I'm going to be able to keep up a little bit. I mainly play like random stuff anyway, as you know from my channel. But anyway, if you of course enjoy this content on my channel, and generally speaking you're new to the channel here, I would really appreciate if you would leave a like and subscribe. 69% are not subscribed, so let's move on to the first team, which kind of already showcase what is good in the Open Great League currently, and this is going to be poison type Pokemon as well, especially the Diggersby. Diggersby is going to be one of the coolest Pokemon right now. You're going to see quite a lot of teams with this Pokemon because it is just very, very strong. This Pokemon being an XL Pokemon as well, needing quite a lot of starters to really use this one. It is worth it right now. And I don't really see a point where this Pokemon is going to get nerfed to a point where it's unusable. And so, if you have not built a Diggersby yet, it is one of the Pokemon that I would really recommend you to try to build, as I feel like this thing is really, really strong right now. A lot of people are running it. Funnily enough, in the last regional, a lot of people stopped running this Pokemon, but again, the partner in crime here is basically Toxapex. I made an entire video basically about as well how toxic this core is of Toxapex and Diggersby. Here we're going to see basically a combination with a Drapion here as well with it, and yeah, it's a very strong team. I would really recommend you to try to run this one. It's a very consistent one though. If you want to have consistent wins, this is the team for you. Next one is going to be a team from Dunebug, and here is basically the core breaker of the team that we saw before. Malamar breaks the core of Diggersby plus the Toxapex, but only sometimes. Here's the thing with Malamar, which I maybe make a video about as well. I don't know if I have the Inkay that is required to do this, but there is apparently an IV spread for Malamar that allows you to get a breakpoint against Toxapex, allowing you to win that matchup, and that is quite important for Psywave, especially as Psywave is a one-turn fast move, especially as Toxapex doesn't have the craziest HP stat. This is kind of important for Malamar, but otherwise we want to see the Say-Stop of Duro and the Toxapex in the back. Again, Toxapex and also Clodsire then in the back, which are going to be the main Pokemon for the current meta. But yeah, Malamar for sure a Pokemon that is something that you have to build for the current season as well. And again, I don't really see a point or, I don't know, like a way of nerfing Malamar either, so I feel like it's a very safe Pokemon to build. Team numero 3 is going to be a team here that I think I made a video about already, but we want to have a team here of low kicks. The Diggersby or Azumarill might be also there, just maybe did the battles but didn't do a video about it. Can happen as well sometimes. But as you can see, this team is going to be a very, very solid one as well. We're going to have an answer against grass type Pokemon in the lead. We're going to have Diggersby as a Say-Stop, having access to Quick Attack and Fire Punch, allowing you to punish some of those grass type Pokemon. And then we're going to have a Azumarill on the back. Azumarill is going to be a Pokemon again here that's going to be very common. There are going to be some more teams coming up with this Pokemon as well. This is the only low kicks team here in the list, but low kicks is definitely a Pokemon that is very, very strong in the current meta, and I would really recommend you to give it a try. Very, very strong, like surprisingly strong. I really hate going up against low kicks. From all of the Pokemon that are currently available, I think it's the Pokemon that I hate the most basically of going up against. But yeah, still very strong team here to run. Team number 4 is going to be from I Play Tennis Law, of course, for all the trainers on the left corner that you're going to see the names of them. You can check them out on Twitter as well. I would really appreciate it as well, like give them some love, like literally here. We're going to use their teams, so definitely check them out as well. We're going to have a Azumarill here. We're going to have the Drifblim, Shadow variant, and the Diggersby. Again, Azumarill very, very strong. Drifblim is a Pokemon I really want to take a look at as well here, as Astonish buff makes this Pokemon insanely difficult to deal with. Like one of the Pokemon again that I really fear battling, to be fair, because it's like such a good pick in the current meta. This Pokemon is very, very strong, and just going to be very strong, especially in the 2-shade scenario. Like the Astonish damage of Shadow Drifblim is ridiculous, and then you can align yourself. You can align your Azumarill and Diggersby, which is basically a perfect core, unless you're going to face Pokemon that are grass typing. But yeah, this team very, very strong. We can move on to team number 5, which is going to be a team around Pangoro and also the normal Drifblim here and the Shadow Quagsire. A lot of people ask always, oh, I can also use the normal variant for most Pokemon. The normal variant is also totally fine. Drifblim is one of them. For the normal variant, you can maybe have a little bit more of an advantage from Icy Wind because you're going to take a few more hits a little bit better. For the Shadow variant, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage with the Astonish move there. For Quagsire, again, both non-Shadow as well as Shadow is going to be viable. This team can struggle a little bit against the Zoom but it's not too bad either. And so, yeah, this team definitely looks like a very solid one. And we can move on to team number 6. Which is going to be the one from Home Says Henry here. I didn't check the IVs spread, the moveset directly from Fortress. I see 99% of the people currently running Earthquake and Rock Tomb, so I would assume that's going to be this one. Melamar, Drapion, as well as Fortress here is going to be an interesting shout as well. Melamar, again, one of the best core breakers right now. Fortress is really cool in order to counter Mandibuzz, where I also feel like that Rock Tomb is kind of needed in order to counter Mandibuzz, as the rest, especially like the Melamar, doesn't really want to face his Pokemon. And so Fortress is a very unique pick in the current meta, allowing you to beat a lot of the cool Pokemon here. And yeah, again, shout out to Home Says Henry here as well. And we can move on to team number 7. We're going to have a Licky, we're going to have Drifblim, we're going to have the Marowak. Interesting team here again, you're going to see quite a lot of the same Pokemon. For example, Drifblim is one of the top rising Pokemon currently, like literally. It's like a hot air balloon, so yeah, sorry for that joke. But Drifblim definitely is a lot of play in the current meta. We're going to see here already the play against Clodsire, the play against Pokemon like Gastrodon. But finally enough, you're going to have Licky, which has Shadow Ball coverage, and we're going to have also the Drifblim, which has Shadow Ball coverage. I usually like when teams have like basically Saysop and the lead has the same kind of coverage in like one of the like moves that it has. But usually I would have something like Drifblim lead and the Licky Saysop. But here we're going to have Marowak in the back. Marowak and Drifblim can have a good core, and I guess you just want to align yourself with the Licky against whatever they have in the lead. They're just trying to play it out. But yeah, we can move on to team number 8. Here we're going to have two teams from Scaffrel that he run with the Galarian Moltres, saying that Galarian Moltres was a way better here when they played this one as well compared to the calculations that you have on Poke with Pokemon. And I definitely can agree with this one. Galarian Moltres is one of the most annoying Pokemon, but honestly, look at the calculations here. Look really good on paper as well. So yeah, this team looks crazy. Marowak and Moltres are like those two very rare Pokemon that are very overpowered in the current meta. If you can run this team, I would really recommend you to run this one. It's a very good team. Don't get me wrong, like Galarian Moltres is very strong. I wish I would encounter one. I haven't encountered Galarian Bird since like the shiny release of them as well, even though I use like the instance every single day, so lovely for that one. Let me know in the comment section. Have you got like the shiny Galarian Birds already? Have you seen even like a Galarian Bird since the shiny been released? I've just not been lucky, but everybody on my friend has them as their buddy, so I don't really know what's happening there. Team number 9, we're going to see here real quick the team with Shadow Dragonite, Shadow Fortress, as well as the Azumarill again. Another Fortress team here. Fortress very strong again with a Rock Tomb here as a secondary charge move. Going to be interesting as a Saysop this time around. Azumarill, Dragonite, very OG Pokemon, very strong already for a long time, and I like this team a lot. It looks really good on paper. Saysop Fortress is going to be very strong in the current meta anyway. And with this, we're going to be able to now move on to the final team for today, which is going to be Gusto Double Water. We're going to have Gusto here in the lead, we're going to have Feraligatr, Saysop, and the Azumarill in the back. This is going to be more of a classic ABB style line. You're going to have a lead that is going to be good against electric and grass type Pokemon, the things that like the water type Pokemon fear. And so this is going to be a very easy team to run for you as well. Saysop, Feraligatr has a lot of neutral play against a lot of Pokemon. And with this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you tomorrow for also a little bit of a different video. So stay tuned for this one, and I will see you then. Bye bye.